An utterly unintelligible embarrassment. An indefatigable odyssey of idiocy. You know, I didn't think that Drive Away Dolls looked great, but I had no idea that it was going to be that bad. What was any of that about? How is it that after decades of working on some all-time greats and surely being influenced by the creative genius of his brother Joel, this is what Ethan wanted for his first solo work? This is the passion project that he just had to make. He had all the money and prestige he could want, all the connections and famous names lining up to work with him, all the writers he could have hired, and he came up with this. If I wanted to watch lesbians shagging for 2 hours with no substance, let's just say I wouldn't need to go to the cinema for it. What is the point of any of this? The plot is more paper thin and flimsy than a sopping wet tissue. The characters range from intolerably irritating to just nothing. The comedy is about as amusing as having a camel blow its load down your throat. This felt less like a film and more like a selection of unfunny first draft vignettes spliced together into a colossal clusterfuck. There was no meaningful through line, no character development except that the one lesbian that wasn't obsessed with sex becomes obsessed with sex, and nothing memorable. The two protagonists were just dreadful characters. One of them has an extremely annoying, overly put on accent with dialogue to match, and the other is just exceptionally annoying in every way. Neither had any depth. Jamie is just thirsty 24/7, and Marion is an uptight, passive-aggressive bint who then becomes thirsty 24/7. There might have been more sex in this film than in Poor Things, and unlike the latter, this had no intelligent narrative or thematic reason for it. Just hollow, meaningless nudity and cunnilingus. Sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes bizarre, but mostly just boring and uninteresting. Also, what was with the random trippy animation sequences and the clips of random shit inserted haphazardly between the gay porn? Why was Miley Cyrus there? Felt more pretentiously pointless than additive. There are quite a few decent shots, some nice lighting and colours, and the transitions, while definitely a mixed bag and often over the top, was sometimes quite well done. But this isn't going to make up for how 99% of this is a somnambulistic shit show. I can't even be bothered with a longer review right now, because this is just awful. I don't remember ever laughing with the film, but I certainly laughed at it a few times. I Want to Make Love with the Senator's Penis has to be one of the stupidest and most poorly delivered lines I've ever seen. And of course they also had to shove a reference to the fucking patriarchy in there as well. If this is what we have to look forward to with Ethan's solo career, I will be more than happy to give it a wide berth. Pedro Pascal's decapitated head is definitely the best character in the film, with the best lines, aka nothing.